Hey everybody, FunshineX here. Welcome back to Star Technology. Done quite a few things in between episodes. One was I fixed the cropping on the video. Sorry about the last video. Thanks for letting me know. I upgraded our sieve area, and just because I wanted resources faster, and I put one of these item collectors in here just to suck up all the resources so I don't have to carry around a magnet. So that works really nice. Just throws it in the chest for me. Got rid of our tree farm. It's now over there. You'll see why in a minute. Got rid of the old ore processing, primitive one. I've added 2 stoves here, and this will allow me to make glass and wrought iron and a few other things. Anything that needs to be cooked on a campfire can instead be done on the stove. The stove has 6 slots instead of 4, so it's a little bit faster. And I'm just using Create stuff to deploy them onto the stove, and then one of these guys to pick it up, and I've shrunk the area so it only takes stuff out of that place. Yeah. And then, let's talk about this guy. So I got this working. Thanks for your guys' help. I do need a maintenance hatch. I don't need duct tape. Whenever this thing needs maintenance, it'll tell you which tools you need to have in your inventory, and then you just click this to solve the maintenance problems. This has been running for quite a while and has not had any maintenance issues come up yet, so I'm not sure how often those occur. And then the other thing I was missing was the muffler. If you look at the multi-block, there is a little block here that I just did not see. For some reason I thought this, because it said muffler hatch IV, I assumed it was for like a higher level thing or was optional or something. But no, it's required. But you can make the LV, it's fine. So yeah, I made the LV muffler, pointed it the right direction so the smoke comes out, and all started working. So we got it powered. We're importing our crushed ore here. It takes about 8 seconds to process, and then I've got it outputting into all these drawers, all the different things, and I've given them upgrades as well, so they can hold up to 4,000 of each. Cool. So I'm getting tons of stuff. Should probably process some of this or set up auto processing. That's good there. Okay, let's go into today's episode. I've got I just upgraded that sieving area, and now I want to do auto sieving. So oh well. So I've got everything in here needed to do that, and I'm at the point in the pack where I could replace just about everything that's from the Create mod with GregTech and other things. But I just like Create. It's fun to have things, taking up a little more space and doing, I don't know, just moving around rather than GregTech, which is just a block, right? It's just a box that does something, takes input and output. So like that one, a big multi-block looks cool. That's fine. But for Greg, I want to have conveyors and things moving around. So that's why I've left some of that in, and why I plan to do some do some Create to do our cobble into all the 3 materials that we need for sieving. So let's get that going. The first thing we're going to do is build the actual auto sieving like multi-block. Hello, did you lose your friend? All right, maybe I'll just let him live. And I've got everything needed to build it, except there is this mechanical sieve controller. That's what we're going for. I need 53 of these treated wood reinforced casings. And so that is this block here. Oh, do you see? I've got TMI or EMI history. So it records things that I've brought into the window, and so I don't have to look them up again. And that's in EMI. You scroll all the way down till you see right sidebar. You hit add subpanel with this plus sign, pick a lookup history, and then add some rows, and that will give you this history. So really cool. Anyway, to finish off these, I need 54 of them, so 37 crafts. I'm going to take a bunch of brass screws, a bunch of treated frames, and then treated wood planks, which are only made in a compressor. And then the treated wood pulp is only really made in the macerator from treated wood. So we need to get both those blocks hooked up. And so let's stick the macerator here, compressor here. I'm going to need to connect them. Let's get our, oops, I had the wrong buttons. Wire cutters. How do you get this one going when it's like that? I don't know how to click on it. All right, well, I'll get rid of this one. Then set, come on, click, click. There we go. Okay. So these two should have power. Yep, and let's go ahead and macerate our wood. It's gonna take a little bit. Can we auto export it into this thing? Probably. No, not you. No, no. Go away. I want to click this guy. So the pulp is going in there. That should make our planks. And I'm going to have to fix that. I don't know how to fix that. Get rid of that orange thing. Okay, so over here is our, you see there's some stuff down there because I'm preparing everything. Simplified wood tree farm that we had before. It's producing plenty of wood. I didn't need a huge one. So it's got just a, I'm not using a windmill. I'm using the mechanical bearing. And I'll show you where the mechanics are being generated. It's got one of the portable storage interfaces here. So every time it goes around, it tries to put stuff in here. This belt funnel puts it on the thing and it will be sucked down through this chute once it reaches the end. Then let's go down here. Oh, I'm starting to create a little bit nicer of a palette than just all wood. I still need to, it's right now it's gray scale, obviously, so we need to get some color to it, but getting a little bit better. Down here in the basement, we've got quite a lot of things because I just like Create. It's so much fun. So I've got everything is powered off one water wheel, and then the slow water wheel speed is being sent up there through these shafts, so that thing turns kind of slow, as I want super fast. And then I've got a speed controller here, which I could probably turn up if I wanted to. And that is doing a few things. It's powering those conveyors up there, and it's also powering the conveyors down here, and a encased fan. That is blowing lava across here. I'm just going to cook up my logs, and I've got this thing just putting 4 at a time out there. And this one, so if I ever need to get access to wood, I really had no way, so I put this depot here, so if I'm like, yeah, I can get wood here, and I can just grab it whenever I need it. Cool. Okay, so we've got a few things here. In this chest, I've got everything needed to make a steam boiler because I need a lot of stress to be able to spin a bunch of grinders at full speed. So we can either do that right now. Yeah, let's do that right now because I don't have the stuff for the multi-block. It's making it over there. So let's get that going. So we'll need 9 basic burners, and I want them like right here. Okay, and then I'm going to get our mechanical arm, and then I need to put the charcoal that's right here. So I click on that, and blue means input, and then I'm going to click on all of these. These are output, and then I can put this guy right here, and he should start putting them in there. I think he's going to grab like 8 at a time. 4 or 8. It depends on how much this... Yeah, it looks like 4 at a time, which is perfect. I get 4 at a time by using a item pipe. Yeah, we'll just do 4. So exactly what I want. It is set to round robin on this thing. So it's going to put 4 in each one before it returns the other one. And it should be able to reach them all. We're going to need our flint and steel to light these. Two more. I want to leave them all lit before I put the stuff on top because I would not be able to reach the middle one. There we go. Okay. So now we got our fire. That should burn infinitely. We're producing more charcoal than this thing will burn through. So pretty much free power from our tree farm. And now if we put one of these, we've got a layer here. And then I'm going to go up like 4 more layers. So you can just see the tippy top bit of the boiler up there. Okay, then I've got water coming in from these accumulators up here. So that should just, yeah, they're getting water here. And right now it's just a tank. It only becomes a steam boiler when you put actual engines on it. So let's get the engines, and I'm going to put 3 right along the top here. That has converted it into a boiler, and we are at level 9, and that's going to be plenty for me. That's 147 strength, like way more than I need. I think I need 16 or something. And so even though our size is bigger than we can support the amount of heat and water, we could get up to a level 11 with this size, but we would need more heat, which we can't do because we can't do blaze burners. So this is plenty. And a size 9 is good enough for me. Enough water's coming in, charcoal's coming in, and I think we're good. I do want to kind of keep a watch on this number here. Right now it's going down a lot because it's trying to fill all of these to 64. Once these are full, this should activate a lot less, and then our number should equalize here, or whatever. Okay, so now we've got a ton of stress units. I need to go sleep. Let's look at how we're going to take our cobble down into the different stages. And I'm going to go ahead and repurpose these here. Let's do this. And I can take some of this with it. Okay, and I'll come back for the barrels. Yeah. So what we've got here is we've got 2 aqueous accumulators providing water into the stone barrel. To make this thing run 100% efficient and always be producing, you need 2 sources of water. I probably could have used 1 and maybe like 2 fluid pipes, or I could upgrade them. Right now they're level 0, so they only provide 50 millibuckets per tick. I could get it up to level 1 and then it would do 100, and then it might work. But anyway, I'm just doing it this way. So that's producing a ton of cobble for us, and that's going to come in here in stacks of 32. And we're going, that's not how I wanted that, to grind that down. So that will come out to gravel. And then we'll grind it out again. And that's going to make sand, clay, and flint. So we're going to have to worry about the extras there. And then we'll grind that further down into dust. For today, I'm only going to worry about auto-processing the gravel. That gives me the stuff, and then I'll add 2 more. And I'm going to do the share walls trick. So even though this multi-block is a 5x5, I can share this wall with this structure, and it'll save me a few resources. Okay, so let's get all this powered up. Okay, so I think let's just go ahead and get it spinning. No, I don't want gravel to come out, so maybe I'll just get rid of this for now. So I want to make sure everything spins the right way. So if I put these here, they should spin. We need more shafts. And do I have some tunnels? I thought I made tunnels. There they are. All right, that's the right direction there. We're going to need a gearbox. You just like replace. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Okay, gearbox goes there. And then we need a vertical gearbox. Did I not use any? I think there's more gearboxes over here. So I might take a few of these machines offline by doing this. I think all these are just facing. Okay, you're not needed. And anything that's just out on its own can be recycled. You are being used, you're being used, you're being used. Okay. Oh well. Don't need 2 gearboxes there. The shaft, okay. All right, I'll leave the rest there. We got a few more gearboxes. Why is it? What? Oh, these are going the wrong way now, isn't it? Can I spin that way? There we go. Oh, the cobble came from me breaking the blocks, didn't it? Okay, that's fine. So this goes there. Is this spinning the right way? Looks like it is. Okay. So do I need, oops. Spin the wrong way. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's that side. We've got to do this other side here. So we should be able to do the same thing. So it makes more gears. Oh yeah, let me do this. That's a ton of those. Oh, it goes there. Are you going the right way? Hey, it is. Cool. And then if we put that one there, that one's going the right way. Nice. Looks like it's spinning the wrong way. Huh. I was going to say if I could send a signal through here, that'll work. Because it's vertical right now. Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay, so that is all happy. Let's go here and we'll put a brass tunnel. And we'll set on distribution mode split. So that will send half of it this way, the half the gravel, and half the gravel will come out here. Send again with split. But we need to tell this one. Just grab one of each kind of thing here. Crushed in these. Okay, so this one, cobble comes in, gravel is going to come out. So I don't really need to filter it, but we'll go ahead and do that. Both sides. On this one, the only thing that's allowed to go through is sand. I think it'll allow everything else this way. I might have to put a filter up here to say sand, flint, clay, go this way. And then this one, oh yeah, we don't have to. Let's see, we're going to have to spin this one. Way. Let's go. Okay, you should not be in there. Brilliant. Okay, I think that is ready to be turned on. So again, we're going to brass funnel. Turn this to 32. Cobble. And we can see it come in. It should distribute it. It's going to give, you know, most of it will be gravel because half the gravel's here, half is splitting into these. So these should be half as much as this once it processes, if it's working. Didn't seem to split the sand. Yeah, I put all of it there. All right, let me go, or I don't need to go. Let's make a filter. So that's wool and iron nuggets. Okay. We'll pick out one of those and one of those. You're allowed to have sand, gravel, flint, white list. We'll put that there. All right, so we should see some sand there. It comes. Yep, half the sand came there. Stack out of here. I'm gonna have 2 of these with sand. Oh, I can't take a stack out of there. It's all dust. It's fine. Okay, perfect. Let's go grab now the chests that are like super full. Okay, this one has a copper upgrade, so it can hold up to 16,000. Then got this one over here. This is the carry-on mod. If you're not familiar with it, you just shift right click and it will pick up blocks. Right click to put it down. All right, last one. I'll bring the dust over in a minute. We can empty this one out. All right, so that is our systems working pretty well. We can turn this up. Oh, I didn't plan a speed controller in here. Because these are running at 1/4 speed. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, because I planned this, the space of this based on putting a shaft right into there. And if I put a speed controller here, it's going to mess it all up. Or it's just not going to look as clean. All right, well, we'll leave it as that for now, knowing that we're only getting 1/4 the output, but we should be. Let's look at this. Is this all done? Looks like it is. So we should be able to craft now. Treated wood planks. And we're going to grab our other chest here. All of that stuff. And we need 53 of these, so technically 54. Cool. And then we can chop down this cobble. Let's go there and here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I think the ring of this. And then our controller will go and not grab it. Oh, fail. Luckily I can climb up, so we should be okay. All right, controller is going to sit here. And let's just check the look of it. Yeah, controller there. The actual mesh goes kind of equal with the frame, which is these 9 blocks. And then we just kind of surround it with this stuff. And you know what? This is actually wrong. This does not go here. Because I remember it's actually supposed to be these blocks down here too. Because it always gets so dark so fast. How did we go short? Oh, because we've got extras. Okay. Because we're going to replace some. Okay, so we're going to have power coming up there into these. Actually, yeah, we'll put power. No, I don't want to do it there. Just actually will drop through the ground here, I think. I'm gonna go sleep. Because these are really dark blocks I can barely see, so definitely you guys can't. There we go. Much better. Can I have some of those, please? Thank you. All right, so power is going to come in here, I think. So that'll be a ULV, no, LV hatch, energy hatch. There it is. Nope. Can I wrench this way? Of course not. I have to have Greg wrench. I don't have Greg's wrench. I do, but I don't want to grab it. So you go there. Perfect. And then I'm going to have the input right. Oh, this is not long enough. I wanted it right here. Did I build this in the wrong spot? Oh no. I did. I wanted this one back. Alright, that shouldn't take too long to fix. Let's just break all of these. Try that again. Close to my face. Yeah, it's supposed to be one gap here. Oh, I could have just looked at this cobble. My placeholders. Just let me know. Nope, it's going to take the whole thing. Weird, that one specifically needs a pickaxe. That's looking better. All right. So again, the input bus. I want the level 4 input bus. That one. Go here. So that I can just suck that up right there. Up here. Okay. Just like that. We'll put front on in a minute. All right, this gravel has 5 outputs. So let's go ahead and make a place for 2, I guess. So I've got 2 outputs. One is an LV, a ULV, and one is a LV. So that should handle all 5 outputs. And then we also need to put a mesh in here as well. So let's put that in there with a ULV input. So that will sit in there. Okay. So we just need to put the front on, and I think we are good. Structure formed. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So, are you still doing stuff? Yeah, it's just because they're running so slow. You don't see a lot coming through here, but it's working. We need to get up into there, so let's just use a pipe. I've been it's a water pipe. Turned on to something called modular routers that does a lot of like wireless transmission and stuff. But you kind of have to know a lot about that mod and all the different, because it's just one block and then it has a ton of different like modules that you put into it to make it export or import or transfer or do a bunch of stuff. And so I've got to learn a little bit more about it before I start using it. We will get there. Okay, so that is now going up here. It's only going to move 4 at a time, but this thing takes a while to process, and it does process 64 at a time. So we do need to get... Oh, and you can just go here and say, hey, let me look at the LV input bus, and you can see how much is in there. So it should be processing now. Oh, it needs power. We need power. Don't forget about power. Soul wires. Okay, so if I just bring... This one's going to be there. Yeah, that's fine. It's easier when I can fly. Not sure if this is going to use like all of our power. Okay, sometimes these wires are a pain in the butt. Okay. There we go. Now it's got power. It is processing. Using 30 EU per tick. I don't know why it's red. That's like, it can be higher. Like, can we put 2 LVs and make it process at MV and go faster? I don't know. I don't know that stuff yet. I'm still learning, Greg. Yeah, it doesn't go higher than ULV or LV. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. So once this processes, we should see it hit 40. And we'll see a few things deposited in here and in here. Cool. And I'm going to make those come out and then just hang out right here. So we have 5 things. So if we do a 2 and a 1 and then a 2, should look pretty good. Something like that. Okay. And then let's get some more pipes. Oh, of course, we don't have enough. Must be short brass. It's hard to remember, like, when you add so many machines, what does what. Kind of easy to tell, but this one's the plate, dude, because it squishes them up. Okay, so this is going to come out here and here. Could put him into a drawer controller, but I think we're just going to do it this way for now. I'm going to put the copper here because that's the one we get the most of. You done doing copper? The iron here. I want magnetite with the iron. No, too bad. Okay. Iron and magnetite, tin and sphalerite. Nope. Let's get the configurator. That would have been better. Block, block, block. Okay. Sweet. Probably need to put some drawer upgrades in those. But we're good. Everything's running. How fast is this going in there? No, plenty fast. Okay. And now we just have to see if this thing goes up or down. Like, are we making cobble fast enough? My guess is no, because these are only running at a quarter speed. So these will stick. And in between episodes, I'm going to build two more. One for sand and one for dust. We might also do a blackstone one there. But that's the only 4 materials that these things can do. There's only 4 things they can go. So I might make a crushed blackstone so we can get our galena and stibnite. Definitely going to need lead. I can't remember what stibnite is. Yeah, perfect. And then we will make this look pretty later. That's pretty much all we wanted to do. Wish the speed controller was inline and didn't like just mess up stuff. I think what I can run, let's try and get it. We'll play. I'm just gonna make one the old-fashioned way because I don't have time to run over to the machine. Now what are we missing? Cog wheels, probably. So if we put the speed controller here, and then we get a large cog here. Then we're going to have to come with a vertical gearbox down this way. And then if we get some chain drives, stick one there, one there. Looks like everything's going the right way. Okay, now we just need to speed this thing up. There we go. So these are 2,000 each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 12,000. And we were outputting one of these is 16. So we're only using one of these, the capacity. We've got tons more if we need it for anything else. Probably use it for processing the blackstone or something, I don't know. But now you can see the 32 is going to become a lot faster. Beautiful. You, my friend, are out. Okay. I might need to put in some more cobble generators. Because yeah, now it just can't keep up with those. Maybe let's try modular routers. All right, so we're gonna get 2 more stone barrels. Buckets. Keep one. Let's get some more pipes. Here. here. And then we need to get some lava. Put that in here and there. Circuit 0. Circuit 0. Okay. So now we're making 3 times as many cobble. But we need to get it out of these into here. So let's make a modular router. I think I already made one just to play around with it. I did. I'm gonna stick it here. And then I'm gonna need import modules. No, puller modules. Just need sticky pistons. Three puller modules, but pullers will only pull to adjacent block. If you want them to pull from a further away, you need better. So we need ender pearls. And it looks like you need 4 of them if you want to make... Well, we've got so many ender pearls I could care less. Didn't I just make puller modules, though? Where did they go? I swear I just make... Oh, no, I made the sticky pistons. Okay, we'll use 1 ender pearl per. Okay, so now I can right-click on each one of these, a different one. So shift right-click, I guess. I put those in here. It should pull the cobble in here. Okay, and then I can tell this guy, you no longer need to auto-output. Okay. And so that's pulling in the cobble. Now I need an export one. And I could just move this here. Still has those, still has the cobble. Okay. And now we just need a pusher module, sender module. See, they call them different things. That's why it's going to take me a while to learn all this stuff. But here's a sender module. And that one, we just need to right click and say we want to send it up. Should be putting it in here. Yep, it's working. All right. We can't get speed upgrades because they take blaze rods, which we don't have the ability to make. But we can get stack upgrades. So let's get some blank upgrades. I think we need 4 of these. Okay, we're getting 3 of these. So that looks like it'll pull. Why is it not working? Oh, is it pulling them in as fast as it's sending them? This thing not... Oh, it's because the transfer rate is set at the source. So now it's trying to fill 3 buckets with only 2 inputs. Okay. We've got tons of that, so let's get some pipes. Take these out. Pull up here. And we're going to need a pump. Pull it up. This is going to have to pull them all right back down. Disconnect that one. Nope, I guess we can't disconnect that one. Okay, so the best way fog here. Fog there. Vertical. Shaft, shaft. And hopefully this is pulling the right way. Oops. Come on, that's like max speed. It looks like it's going constantly. Barely pulling enough. All right, well, it's going to have to do for now. We might need to upgrade our cobble production later. But looks like this thing is able to handle grabbing out of all 3 buckets and shoving it up there with 3 stack upgrades. And then these, yeah. Ooh. This is staying even? 14,000, I think? This is already almost filled up. Has filled up half of it. And this one doesn't have an upgrade in it because I didn't bring over the other barrel. Okay, so that completes most of what I wanted to do. Oh, I did bring it. Oh, it's right here. Most of what I wanted to get done today. Let's plan for what we want to do next time. So slow to carry these. This one's already got so much in it. Let's clean up our inventory. Good, 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 good. Okay. So as far as one of the next things we want to build, the rock filtration controller is going to be really important for getting our next set of like resources. When we put things through, we get these geodes, which are going to have gems. We have to crack those geodes open, macerate them down and stuff, and then we can get the gems and then liquefy them, and then we can get aluminum out of that. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy things coming out of this. But you can see the rock filtrator, there's actually multiple. It also does sand, gravel, and dust. And you get different geodes based on which ones you do. And then also, I guess, if we do program circuit 1 or 2, we get different stuff. So gravel at 2 gives sapphires. Gravel at 0 gives diamond, emerald, ruby, quartz, yeah. Oh, and sapphires. So maybe you can put on a specific thing to target what you want. Okay, yeah, we can do 0, 1, or 2. But it looks like only gravel has that many options. And if we just do it at 0, it gives you all of it, maybe? Okay. But yeah, so we want a gravel one, a sand one, and a dust one, right? Oh no, there's no dust one. It's all sand with gravel. Oh, okay. So we only need 2. Oh, did I just see that this was MV? Oh, it's MV because we need to upscale it by putting in 2 hatches, 2 energy hatches at LV. Oh, sand is MV, gravel is LV. So maybe we just build the first one for now and not deal with the MV. Just because that will chew through our power. And so, yeah, I'm probably going to tear down this platform and build something just like this over here. But I think what we can do is have a modular router that connects to this guy and just takes gravel out of him and sends it over here. We'll probably need some range upgrades to do that. Can we get those? Yes. Okay, those are easy to build. And once we had applied logistics, it'd be a lot easier to do all this stuff. But until then, and I could also just make another cobble gen over here. And I don't have to use Create. I can use Macerator. I can also use a the thing we built was Steam, the Forge Press or whatever this guy is, the Forge Hammer. So if we built a Forge Hammer, and that's what I probably should have built this whole assembly line out of, because the Forge Hammer processes at. Let me just get gravel. It'd be much easier to sort it. Here it is, half a second. So I can make 2 gravel a second. And I'm not sure how much I'm making with this setup. Maybe a little more. But yeah, so we could have just replaced this all with Forge Hammers and been fine. But it's so much more fun to get a bunch of this stuff out, right? Boilers, and tree farms, crushers, I don't know. And all of this is free. Not using any resources at all that don't just grow on trees. Wow, that's already... Look how much it's already made. 430 of everything. This guy is not going to process that fast, I can tell you that much. Do we need to make multiple of these? I might need multiple ore processors. We're probably not going to use this for very long though, right? We're gonna use different machines. I don't know. I'll plan it out. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get ready, prepared for this rock filtration stuff. Once we make these geodes, what do we do with them? Let's look at the sapphire one. So then that has to be macerated or cut. We crush it. We can just look at this, yeah. So we... I don't know how to read this. If we macerate it, then we can either wash it or macerate it again, then centrifuge it out. What we're looking for is aluminum. So macerator already gets us a little bit of aluminum, but so does, and then washing it, yeah. And eventually we'd want to just, do we even care what we get? Probably just sapphire dust at the end. So I think just going through macerator, centrifuge. That would be the simplest way. But we might have to macerate it twice and then centrifuge. Okay. No big deal there. So I'll prepare those machines as well. And then let's take a look at quests. Few more. Nope, just one more star. Yeah, so rock filtration controller will get us also lead to Certus quartz as well. Graphite. But then how do we get cobalt dust? We need, oh, that's more with this. Okay. For either cobalt slewed electro refractor or simply washing copper. Well, I'm not getting those resources. Yeah, okay. I get confused on some of the stuff just because you trace it through and you get in a big circle and a loop and you're like, I don't know where this stuff comes from. And I guess those ore flowcharts are trying to tell us a little bit more, but I'm just not sure how to read them yet. So yeah, so other than getting this rock filtration controller to do rock washing, where should I go next? Probably into the EBF or the void extractor. I think I want to get. That's how we're gonna get the cobalt. Okay, so let's add this guy. So the void extractor is also a multi-block. Anything crazy about it? LV. We did need to put drilling fluid in it. Not seeing anything tough, just a lot of steel. This guy, nothing really hard. We've already got the copper nickel, tempered glass. I know we made one at beginning, I just don't remember how to make it. Oh, barrel with lava. Okay, glass and lava. Easy. So yeah, that's gonna be easy. How do we get drilling fluid? Drilling fluid, we need a mixer, water, lubricant, stone dust. Okay, water's easy. Lubricant comes from brewing some stuff, distilling, creosotes. Okay, so we need to make a distillery. Is this LV? Okay, good. good. And then creosote, we know where that comes from. It's from this machine right here. So we're gonna have to automate this guy as well. I'm gonna try and at least semi-automate pretty much everything we do from now on, at least the big machines. And then once we deploy our logistics, it'll be really easy to hook everything up. Okay, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. See you next time. Catch you later. Bye.